Good morning. Sorry for the few minutes of delay, everybody that's out there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Can move on to our yoga mats. Nice to see you, ladies. Beth, nice to see you. Carrie, Christine, welcome as always. Dudes, oh, it's Ed. Ed, nice to see you as well. We have a man out there live with us this morning. I love that. It's normally just ladies with me. So good. Welcome, everybody. Happy Sunday. Welcome back to my channel. If you're catching this later, thank you for joining me. And I have so I'm going to do something a little different this morning, and hopefully it fits for all the people that are live with me. I'm really craving doing the 90-minute journey into power, like the full sequence. So this class is going to be longer than 60 minutes. So if you only have 60 minutes and you are out there with me live, there's like 50 other 60-minute classes you could go check out, but you probably can do it. Okay. Try to make it fit into your morning. I haven't done a live stream 90-minute journey into power for like 7 or 8 months. It was right near the beginning of the lockdown, the first lockdown. So I've just been feeling it all week, thinking that I don't know what just came up in the chat there, but yeah. So whether you have, good morning, Christine, another Christine, awesome, welcome. So yeah, we're gonna do the 90-minute journey into power. It'll be very similar, like the sequence is pretty similar to what you might be used to here with me on Sundays. We'll just be doing a little bit more sun cells and then a little bit more time in our hips at the end, and just not rushing, taking our time to get into our bodies and to move through this amazing sequence, okay? So we will start in child's pose like we often do, and start to presence and just ground yourself into your breath. And if you are out there live with me and this doesn't fit into your morning, I'm sorry if I spoiled that for you. I should have maybe put it into the graphic for the live stream before, but I kind of was last minute decision. So if you can fit it in, amazing. Welcome, happy to have you. Sit back onto your heels. Start to settle in. You can close your eyes right here and just start to bring awareness to your drishti with your eyes closed. So your focus. Let your attention land right here, right now. Having an awareness of any distractions that might be present with you as you first step onto your mat. Physical distractions, like something going on in your body. Mental distractions, something that's happened recently or is coming up. Any of those things. It's generating an awareness around them and then making the choice to keep your drishti here on the practice for this next 90 minutes. Take a big long breath in. Open your mouth and let it out. And then you'll move into Ujjayi breathing through your nose. Starting to make the breath louder and longer. Inhale. And exhale. Spread your fingers. Spread your toes. Start to get into your physical body now, pressing down into your mat. Stretching out. One more breath in. And out. Tabletop. Downward facing dog, hips back. Spread out your fingers. Starting to wake up the physicality, really getting into the hands and feet. Kind of feeling out this first down dog. You can walk out your dog if that feels nice. Wake up your center, Uddiyana Bandha, the core muscles, start to pull in, activate. Breathe in, breathe out. Three-legged dog on the right side. Lift your right foot up, bend your knee, stack your hips. Just a moment there, wiggling it out. Really feeling out your body. How is it landing at the beginning of the practice? Acknowledge that. Don't fight it. Take a breath in. Switch sides. Left foot up. Three-legged dog. Bring a softness to the joints here. Your elbows, your right knee, not rigid. Lift up through the left side body. Take a big breath in. And then walk to the top of your mat, ragdoll. Feet hip distance apart. Grab your opposite elbows, biceps, and just let the upper body go. Really allow for the balance in your practice, like working, we're going to work. We're going to challenge ourselves, and also really important to find that balance of rest, right? And again, some people, like myself included, the rest sometimes can be the challenge, just being still for a moment, actually acknowledging the importance of that, allowing for it. Soften even more into the fold. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Fingertips down to your mat. Bring your feet back to true north alignment so your big toes touching. Heels just a little bit apart. On your next breath in, come up to a long flat back. Stretch the spine. Fold. Extended mountain, sweep your arms up, lengthen your whole body. Bring your hands to your heart center, and we'll start the practice this morning with 3 ohms. Gaze to your fingertips. Inhale. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Sweep your arms up and fold forward. Halfway lift, long spine. Feel that stretch. Plant your hands, high plank. Step back and hold for a moment here. 3 breaths. Inhale. Start to generate the tapas now. Building some heat in the body. Press down. Pull muscles to bones. Full breath in. Hold for your breath out. Shift forward on the inhale onto your toes. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Press the floor away. Lift your chest forward. Downward facing dog. Hips back. Full breath in. Full breath out. Again, inhale. Ground down. Eyes are open. Your attention, your drishti is here. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Come up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Empty your lungs. Hopper step to the top of your mat. Right away, flat back. Fill up. Fold. Extended mountain pose. Press your feet. Reach your fingertips. Fold. Hug into your legs. Flat back. Belly engaged. Uddiyana Bandha. Chaturanga Dandasana. Step or shoot back. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Press down. Downward facing dog. Hips lift back. Drishti. Focused. Powerful Ujjayi breath. Fire it up. Build the tapas, the heat in the body through the breath. Muscle engagement, skin pulling muscles, muscles pulling into the bones. Deepen that stretch in your down dog. Breathe in. Empty it out. Come onto your toes. Bend your knees. Look to the top of your mat. See that, and then hop or step right there. Flat back. Fold. Extended mountain. Reach up. Start to lengthen back a little bit. Fold. Hug into your legs. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. Step or shoot back. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Lift your thighs up off the mat. Downward facing dog. Hips back. 5 breaths. Using these pillars of the practice, Baptiste yoga, we have breath, we have gaze, physicality, the heat, the tapas, and then flowing with the breath. It's that vinyasa, connecting your movements, connecting each moment of this practice to the breath that you're breathing right here, right now. Not in the past, not in the future. It's going with the flow, yogi. Press into your mat, get a big stretch. Again, inhale. Soften your joints if they're rigid. Lift onto your toes, bend your knees, hop or step to the top of your mat. Flat back. Fold. Extended mountain with a back bend. Pull the pit of your belly in, go up, go back. And then empty that air. Fold into your legs. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. Shoot back. If you're hopping back, land in a low plank, okay? Don't lock out the elbows. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Full inhale. Full exhale. Do that again. Breathe. Spread your fingers and toes, press into your mat. Inhale. And exhale. Not rushing through. Taking time to really feel out the poses, to feel out your breath, your body. Right here. Lift onto your toes. Bend your knees. Pull in and then hop to the top of your mat. Flat back. Fold. Extended mountain. Again, go up and back. Really feel that back bend. Fold. Chest to thighs. Halfway lift. Crown of the head pulls forward. Chaturanga Dandasana. Shoot back. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Lift up. Downward facing dog. Empty out. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Using breath, using all of these tools to anchor you into your body, into the practice right here. If your mind wanders, start telling yourself a story, start going through what you have to do the rest of the day. Start maybe trying to convince yourself you don't have the time for the full 90 minutes. You do. You can like adjust things, hopefully, right? And just making time for yourself, for your well-being, your body. The importance on that. Drishti on that importance here. Lift onto your toes. Bend your knees. Hop or step to the top of your mat. Flat back. Fold forward. One more. Extended mountain. Go up and back. Your biggest one yet. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right away onto your toes. Bend your knees. Hop or step here. Flat back. Fold forward. Utkatasana. Sink down into your seat. Draw your upper arm bones back by your ears. And then let your tailbone descend down. Really firm in the feet. Toe mounds press down. Inner ankles back. Outer ankles press towards the mat. Reach up. Sit deeper. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Hug muscle to bone. Lengthen the upper body. Stay for the exhale. Last, just a breath in. And then fold. Melt over your legs. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Lift up. Downward facing dog. Hips back. Right foot forward, warrior one. Set up your foundation here. Your feet, your core. Spark your fingers. Your hands are awake. It's the whole body in the pose, yogi. Find where there's dullness. Wake it up. Don't avoid the sensations. Like, invite them. Cultivate the tapas, the fire in your body. 3 more. In. Sink deeper. For 2. Hold. 1 more. Big reach. Chaturanga Dandasana. Flow. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Left side, warrior one. Feet to fingers, full body. You set it up. Feel it out. And then deepen. Like, get to your edge, whatever that feels like in your body. You know if you're there. If you're holding back, saving energy for later, you're strong enough right now, yogi. Inhale. Exhale. Reach up. Lunge down. Full breath in. Chaturanga Dandasana. Flow it out. Upward facing dog. Lift your thighs. Downward facing dog. Hips go back. Full breath in. Full breath out. 5 generous breaths here. Really feel them out. In. On the exhale, press into your mat. Stretch your legs, your shoulders, your arms. Lift the upper arm bones to the ceiling. Press your tailbone straight back. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Come up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Look forward. Hopper step to the top of your mat. We flow, yogi. Halfway lift. And fold. Utkatasana. 1 breath. Uttanasana. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one right side with the breath. Use it. Access your full pose. Chaturanga Dandasana. Exhale, you flow. Upward dog. Downward facing dog. Left side. Warrior one from your feet to your fingertips. Chaturanga Dandasana. Move with your breath. Upward. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Feel the tapas as you generate it. Get the heat coming. Stoke that inner fire with your breath, with your presence, with your physical engagement. Letting it all flow. Not stuck, not resistant. Breath melting that away. Press down. Pull in, lift up onto your toes. Bend your knees, hop or step to the top of your mat. Flat back. Fold. Chair pose as deep as you can. And fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side, warrior one. Reach up. Go into a little back bend. Core strong. Chaturanga Dandasana. You can float your right toes. Try that. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Left side. Warrior one. Reach for it. Flow with it. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Open your mouth and dump it out. Building heat intentionally. Inhale. Exhale. Fill. Empty. Again, wake up your hands and your feet. Onto your toes. Bend your knees. Hop or step. Flat back. Fold. Utkatasana, nice and low. Uttanasana, get small right here. Halfway lift, belly engaged. Shoot back, low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one. Full expression right here. Go for it, reach for it. Chaturanga Dandasana, you can float your toes. Upward dog. Downward dog. Left side. Full expression. Chaturanga Dandasana, left toes can hover. Upward dog. Empty out. Big breath in. Big breath out. See one spot between your feet. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again. Stay. Sun salutations really just to generate presence. Start to wake up the body. We often rush through them, try to fit everything in, but there's something about like the full 5 breaths, the full 5 sun sals that really gets grounding in a different way. Breathe here. Press down. Full breath in. Full breath out. Lift up. Bend and empty. Hop or step to the top. Flat back. Fold. Chair. Fold. Flat. And flow. Up. And back. Right side. Breath. Flow it out. Upward. Downward. Left. Full expression. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths. One more. Sun salutation B. Check in with your body. How different does it feel already from when you first walked onto your mat, when you first woke up this morning? Press down. Stretch it out. Inhale. Exhale. Lift. Bend. Hop. Flat. Fold. Chair. Fold. Lengthen. And flow. Lift up. Hips back. Right side. Warrior one. The back bend with your legs squeezing in. Chaturanga Dandasana, flow it out. Toes can hover. Up dog. Down dog. Left side, last one, yogi. Make it count. Go for the fullest pose. Chaturanga Dandasana, left toes float on the way. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Your fullest breath in. Sigh it out. Feet together. Right foot up. Bend your knees. Stack your hips. Three-legged dog to flip dog. Maybe to wheel. If that's there for you, go for it. If you're still working on that, check out my workshop on the channel later. Lots of good tips there. Possibility yogi. Press and lift. Squeeze in muscles to bones. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Stay for the exhale here. Come back out. Move into the side plank. Whoop. Left arm up. Your full expression, yeah? Spread your fingers and toes. Lift up the top leg. Any expression you've got, like fully express in the pose. Feel that lift. Drishti up to your top hand. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Wherever you can go. Take a big breath in. Chaturanga Dandasana, flow yogi. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Feet together. Left foot goes up. Three-legged dog, or you flip, or you try for a wheel. See what happens. 3 breaths in and out. Press down, pull in, lift up, hold for your breath out. Full inhale here. Flip out of it, come into side plank. Right arm up. One side might be different than the other. Just feel it out. Take a moment to set it up. A little wobbliness isn't bad. A little messiness is okay. Inhale. Exhale. Lift your hips higher. Spread your fingers, your toes. Full breath in. Full breath out. Last one here. Chaturanga Dandasana, flow. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Press down. Right foot up. Crescent lunge. Step through. Come up. Find your feet. Ground the 4 corners of that front foot. Lift through the back knee, the back heel. Maybe you can take a longer stance, yogi. Reach up. Draw your arm bones back. Your shoulder blades integrate together. Feel the tips of your shoulder blades pulling towards your thoracic spine. Sink deeper. Breathe in. Hands to heart center. Keep the shoulders integrated as you twist. Left elbow hooks the right knee. You can open your arms like wings. Wherever you are, keep Uddiyana Bandha present. Support from center. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lengthen. And twist. Again. Really wringing it out. Rinse out the spine. One more breath. Whoop, hold it. Whoop. I fell out. Warrior 2. That's okay. Sometimes it gets messy. You just have to go with the flow. If you fall out, if there's shaking, quivering in your muscles, maybe in your mind, come back. Use the tools. Breath. Drishti. Create calm and ease. Even with intensity present. Sink deeper. In. Out. Core. Let's go even deeper from there. Inhale. Exhale. Again. Hold it. Extended side angle. Come down. Elbow to knee, fingers to the ground or to a block. Open across the front of your chest. Spark your fingers. Deepen your twist. Inhale. Exhale. Full breath in. Full breath out. Again. Stay and twist. Last big reach. Chaturanga Dandasana. You can float your right toes, yogi. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Left foot, crescent lunge. Come up. Find the pose. And then challenge yourself just to step a little bit out of your comfort zone, like a millimeter deeper. Whatever you've got, wake up. Skin hugging muscles, muscles pulling bones. Really feel that back leg. Twist. Keep the activation. If your back knee dips, lift it up. Back heel drops back, pull it forward over your toes. 3 breaths. Inhale. Twisting deeper with the exhale. Shoulders back. Belly strong. In. And out. Stay for one more breath. Twist. Warrior 2, open up. Set it up. Feeling the sweat now. Oh, I just had a sweat roll down my cheek. Perfect. Adding in more tapas if there's space, yogi. If there's too much, cool it down. Don't work too hard, right? It's finding balanced action. Even in intensity, compassion for your body, listening for what it needs, not what your ego wants. 3 more. Two. Full breath in. Stay for the breath out. Extended side angle. Your variation here. Feel the opening. Really press that outer edge of that back foot. Wake up the leg. Twist deeper. 3 breaths. Inhale. And exhale. See your top hand. Wake it up. Go further in the twist. Big breath in. Long breath out. Reach your fingers up. Chaturanga Dandasana. Flow with your breath. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Onto your toes. Bend your knees. Step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Chair. And twist to the right. Hook your left elbow on your right knee. Wrap your shoulder blades onto your back. Just check that left knee's not trying to pop forward. Keep the knees in line. Breathe in. Twist deeper. Fill. And empty. Lengthen. And twist. Center Utkatasana. Sit deeper here. Take a breath in. Fold over your legs. Fingers to toes. Forward fold. Feet a little bit wider here. Scoop up your toes with your peace fingers, your first 2 fingers. And then let the upper body go. Check in. Where's your body feeling resistance? Physically, maybe in a muscle, in an area. Tightness, soreness, like even just the tapas, the fire that you're generating. Be aware of it. Cool it down for a few breaths here. If your mind is agitated, tapas can show up as thoughts, fiery thoughts, distractions. I'm just working to let them go. To come back to your physical experience, the breath, gaze, the bandhas, the muscles working, the heat, the sweat, letting it all flow. Distractions can show up. You don't have to make them bad. You don't have to give them your attention. It's a choice. choose the physical practice. Chair twist to the left. Get your feet back to true north. Toes are touching or almost touching. You don't have to be touching. Just getting your feet so that the edges are parallel to the edges of your mat, and then get your upper body integrated. Shoulders, core. 5 breaths in and out. That right knee pops forward. Draw it back. Squeeze your leg muscles to the bones. For 3. Twist. Lengthen. Stay. 1 more. Hold it, yogi. And release. Gorilla Asana. Feet hip distance apart. Slide your palms under your feet. Press your toes down into your wrists. Really like pressing the backs of your hands into the floor. Driving your wrist bones straight down. Feel that stretch in your wrists. Space in your neck. Space in your spine. Breathe in. Is there somewhere you can let go of some tension here? Softening a bit deeper. Shake your head of yes and no. Make some little circles with your head. Just really letting your neck be loose. Full breath in. Full breath out. Do that again. A big, generous inhale. Just let something else go right here. Palms on the mat. Crow. Knees on your triceps. You can take your toes on a block. That can help here. Whatever you need to do, yogi, do crow, will you? Yeah, malasana is not crow, and it's never going to get you to crow. It's not the same muscles working. If you can't take your toes off the ground, then do crow with your toes on a block or the ground, okay? Don't give up on yourself. Don't skip poses because you don't like them. Those are the poses where there's work, where there's growth, where there's possibility. Stay right here. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Fullest breath in. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Whatever that was for you was perfect, yogi. Consider that. Let go of it needing to look a certain way, feel a certain way. Trying to get it right. Let's go with the flow. Onto your toes. Bend your knees. Hop or step forward. Flat back. Fold. Sweep all the way up. Eagle on the right side. Right arm under. Right leg over the left. Sink down into your standing knee. Left knee bends nice and deep. My left knee is my, I don't like the word bad, but my compromised knee with no cartilage, with osteoarthritis, all that great stuff. So I use a kickstand here. Modifying for your body. Your toes can go on a block. Maybe you have a full bind, wrapping your toes behind the calf. Like, get to your deepest expression. Sink a little further down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Sweep up. Left side. It's really common for the mobility in the body to be really different from side to side. Left arm under, left leg over. I can get the full bind on this side. No chance on the other side. And that's like not a story. It's compression of my bones. Right? Your skeleton's not going to change. Your flexibility can, your tendons, your ligaments can create space sometimes over a consistent practice. Don't get angry with your body, with your skeleton. Just be compassionate. Sink deeper if it's there. Sweep up. Eagle, right side. A long time I would try to force the bind on this side, and that would like hurt me. I would feel my knee getting all like crickety crackety. Like, that's not the point. You're not trying to force your joints to do things they don't want to do. You're not trying to force your skeleton when it hits compression, but you're trying to shift your limiting beliefs for sure. Trying to step out of an old story. like I have a bad knee, so I can't do anything. No, just have to be in a listening. My drishti right here on what's possible. Not what was possible last month, last year, last decade, last century. Sweep up. Eagle on the left. Learn from your past for sure. Learn the lessons. Don't be stuck there. There's no growth. Growth happens here, in the present, where you have some control, some possibility available. Squeeze in and sink deeper. Whoop, maybe you fall out, come right back in. Sweep up. Standing leg raise. Grab your right knee, pull it up towards your chest, and then open the pose. Left arm out, you can gaze over your left shoulder, your left fingertips. Breathe in. Wake up your core. Pull belly button to spine. Scoop it up towards your ribs. Full breath in. Full breath out. Leg back to center. Extend your right leg out. Fly back to airplane pose. Shoulder blades draw back. Collarbones lift up. Breathe in. Turn your right pinky toe down. Make sure you're not opening your hips in airplane. It's closed hip pose. Feel this lift up. Hands to heart center. Half moon. You can use a block if you need it, yogi, under your left fingertips. Now you open the hips. Stack the right hip over the left. Turn your toes to the right side of your mat. Gazing to the floor will be the most stable. Gazing to the side wall, a little more challenging. Gazing to your top hand, more challenging still. Add the challenge, yogi. Expand. Express out from every finger, from every toe. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more big lift. Feet together, fold. Flat back. Fold forward. Sweep up. Take on the left side, standing leg raise. Left knee up. Open the pose. And gaze over the right shoulder. From core engagement, keep opening that left leg out to the side. Tall spine. Strong Uddiyana Bandha engagement. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Foot back to center. Extend the leg. Airplane, fly back. Bottom foot is at 12 o'clock. So if you have to readjust that, sometimes it turns out a bit. Turn your left toe down. Toes face the floor. And then check you're not like crunching shoulders up to your ears. Roll them back. Open up across the front of your chest. Full breath in. Full breath out. Long body, yogi. Reaching back. Take a full inhale. Full exhale. Hands to heart center. Open up. Whoop, half moon. If you get unstable, what do you make it mean? That's really the question. It doesn't matter how many times you fall, it's how quickly you get back into the flow. How quickly you set yourself back up for success, for possibility. Gaze up, lift up, really like take it that 1 millimeter bigger than you think you can. Inhale, hold right here. Last one in, feet together, fold. Sweep up. Dancer on the right side. Grab the inside of the right foot and kick back into your hand. Feel that tension in the arm. Yeah, your arm is just holding tension. The work is in the legs. Lifting yourself up. Don't tip your chest too far forward. Your chest is lifting at the same time as that back heel. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more big lift. Switch sides. Dancer on the left. Feel full expression. Possibility. maybe instability, that's okay. Really kicking into your hand, lifting through the chest. Solid gaze at one point in front of you. Breathe in, breathe out. Last one right here. And release, right side. Dancer. Where can you go? See if there's possibility for something bigger. If you have the upgrade, take it. If you don't, there's a workshop on my channel for that. Check it out. You might have the mobility and not realize. Breathe in. Breathe out. Your fullest expression today, whatever that looks like, yogi. Switch sides. Dancer on the left. Breathing right into possibility. You might try for it and fall out. Amazing. Do the work. Be in the playfulness of what is possible, not stuck in how you think it's supposed to be. Big breath in, big breath out. One more. And release. Tree on the right side. Set yourself up. Wherever you're going, build the foundation of the pose intentionally. Land in the default where there's stability. Keep breathing. And grow your tree. Press down into your bottom foot. Pull in through the pit of your belly. Lift up with your fingers, your chest, your gaze, and express fully right here in this pose right now. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one. And release. Switch sides. Tree on the left. Steady gaze. Steady breath. Full expression. Breath by breath, moving towards what's possible. Press your leg back into your foot. Make sure you're not pushing your foot into your knee, above or below the knee, and then from there, express fully. Inhale. Exhale. Uddiyana Bandha. Stabilizing the whole thing. Take a full breath in and out. Last big reach and release. Sweep your arms up. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana, flow. Upward dog. Downward facing dog. Right foot forward, warrior one. Warrior two. Triangle pose, straighten out the front leg. Reach forward and down. You can grab a block if you need it. Right, just creating some space in the right side of your body. Open that up. Reach. And twist. Inhale. See your top hand. Full breath in. Full breath out. Pull yourself up to stand. Wide leg fold. Turn your right toes in. Fold over your legs. If you practice headstands, go for it. Take it on. See what's possible. Yeah, and again, I sound like a broken record, but there's a workshop for headstand on my channel. There's a couple actually. So just checking out. If you think you can't do something, you're going to be right. Change your mind. Get curious. Be playful. Be messy sometimes, and then see what's actually available. Breathe in. Breathe out. Two more. Fullest breath in. Fullest breath out. If you're upside down, slowly come back to the wide leg fold. Walk your hands over to your right foot. Pyramid. Step your back foot in enough just to get your heel down. Yeah, you don't want to be up too close because you lose most of the stretch. And you don't want to be back so far your heel's lifted. So just think enough. Inner ankles back. Outer ankles down. Press your big toe mounds, your pinky toe mounds into the floor. Just let the upper body go. Breathe in. Fold even deeper. Pull your right hip bone back, your left hip bone forward. The legs are working, yogi. Feel them stretching. Breathe in. Breathe out. Halfway lift. Twisted triangle. Right hand up to the ceiling. Wrap the right shoulder back. Inhale. And exhale. A couple more. Big breaths. In. And out. Reach up. And twist. Plant your hands on the inhale. Step back and lower. Low plank on the exhale. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one, left side. Warrior two. Trikonasana. Straighten out the front leg. Reach forward. Create that space in your left side body. Go for your block, your prop. If you have it, a water bottle. Whatever you need here. More space in your torso, the more room to twist. Breathe in. Breathe out. Reach. Lean back into it. Again. Stay for the twist. Pull yourself up to stand. Wide leg fold with your hands bound. Yeah, interlace the hands. Fold forward. Press your knuckles straight up. Press the outer edges of your feet down. Lift your inner thigh muscles up into your femur bones. Feel that activation here. Just breathe. Eyes are open. Drishti. Focus on one point. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Lift up a little more. One more breath. Move into pyramid. Option here if you want to take a reverse namaste, so taking prayer hands behind your back, fingertips touching with them pointing towards the ground, and then turn them up. Hands together at the center of your spine, right around your thoracic, and then fold. Find the feet again, inner ankles back, outer ankles down. Left hip bone back, right hip bone forward. Soften. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let go of the head. Feel space in your neck, in your spine. Breathe in. Press your feet down. Twisted triangle. Release the bind. Right hand to the ground. Left hand up. Feel your spine long. Tailbone draws back. Crown of your head pulls forward. Wrap that left shoulder blade back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. And twist. See your top hand. Take it a little deeper. One more breath. Stay. Hands to your mat. Step back, high plank. Low plank. Up dog. Down dog. Oh, I'm talking to you, dog. You're okay. Come forward to high plank. Lower all the way down to your belly. Right away, locust. Arms back. Lift everything up. Chest, arms, and legs. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take it higher. Squeezing in. Feel that engagement, yogi. Get yourself nice and high. Belly strong. Breathe in. Come all the way down. Sway your hips for a moment from side to side. Hands at your low back, interlaced. Bound locust, lift up. Shoulder blades back. So you're not like crunching up to your ears. Yeah, feel that. Pull the shoulder blades towards your tailbone. Tuck your chin and lengthen your neck. That bandha of the neck, Jalhara bandha, strong here. You're not looking forward and creating wrinkles on the back of your neck. Make it long. Stretch it out. The whole pose higher. And release down. You can windshield wipe your legs if that feels nice. Going for floor bow next, right? Bend the knees. Reach back for your ankles. Kick back. Lift up. Find your fullest expression. Inhale. Exhale. More engagement. Hug your knees, your ankles towards each other. Support the knees as you do this. Kick back and lift up. Big breath in. Slowly come down. You can cactus your arms, windshield wipe the legs. One more, floor bow. Grab your ankles. Flex your feet. Hug in. Your knees will want to splay open. Your ankles will want to open. You want to pull them in. Like imagine like magnets drawing towards center line as you come up. Breathe. If you want to get like a little rock front to back, you can start really kicking into your hands. Use your core muscles, yogi, for 3. For 2. One more breath. Slowly come down. Hands by your low ribs. Upward facing dog right away. Downward facing dog. And let your knees just for a moment. Come down onto your knees. Camel pose. Hands on your low back to start. Draw the elbows, the shoulders back. Hugging towards the center line again. Lift through the chest. Engage through the core. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Go up, go back. And release. Sit onto your heels for a moment. I cannot sit onto my heels again. That's compression of my knee. So I use a block, whatever fits for you. Give up what you must, right? Like there's certain stories of things you think you can't do that are probably BS. Okay, let's be straight up about that. I had lots of stories about my knee that stopped me for years in my practice from doing things. About my body, about my flexibility, lots of stories that just weren't true. It's different than like something that could cause injury, and like knowing that inherently your body telling you, like if I sit on my heels, it feels like my kneecap's gonna explode. That's not what we want. That's not the point of a yoga practice, right? Not to force yourself into pain and suffering. Camel, number 2. But definitely to force you out of those limiting beliefs. Give up what you must and just be a yes for what's possible, yogi. Like actually right here, where you can actually go. Kaputasana, there is a workshop for that as well, going all the way back if you want to try it out. Finding your fullest expression in your camel pose right here. In and out. Breathe and play. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Stay and breathe. Come up. Whoa. Move on to your back. Take bridge. Possibility. How many stories do you have of like one day I'll do that one day. I hope I can get there eventually. I just have to do like this 50 other things and then I'll get there. No, you're ready now, yogi, like ready right now for possibility. Ready right now to step out of your comfort zone. It's being a yes for what's actually possible instead of those limiting beliefs that you need to give up to move forward. Take a breath in. Come all the way down. Knees from side to side. Set up for wheel, hands by your ears. If you can't do wheel, then what you do is you put your hands by your ears and you press the ground, okay? That'll build strength in your upper body, even if you don't lift a millimeter off the ground. Press down and lift up. Half wheels just with the crown of your head on the ground. That's a good step in the right direction. I was sure I couldn't do wheel for a while and I stayed in that story until I gave it up. Now it's like my favorite pose. Not like it is my favorite. I love this pose, right? So much opening, so much strength in the whole body working to keep you here. Breathe in, breathe out, lift yourself up, gently bring yourself down. One breath in, one breath out. Then you're just back in the work. Wheel, number 2. I'll give you the spoiler. I feel like if you're here, you already know that there's 6 of them coming. Well, we're already 1 in. We're at number 2. You can do it. Yes, you can. It is possible. Don't save up for later, yogi. If you think you can't do 6 wheels, how about just doing the 6 wheels and seeing what actually happens? If you go to push up and you flop back down, that's your body telling you no. Different than your brain limiting you. Breathe in. Come down. Knees from side to side. Empty your lungs. Inhale yourself back up. Possibility, play maybe on your toes. Maybe you can lift a leg to the ceiling. Maybe you can do little push-ups, like whatever you've got. Building strength. Using heat, tapas to keep you dialed in. Breathe in and breathe out. Again, and then come down. Halfway there. You're killing it. I don't even have to see you to know that you're killing it, whatever it is. If you're just in bridge this whole time, I'm just assuming that that's what your back needs, right? You should assume that too. Or check in if it's something else. Lift up. You know if you're holding back. You know if you're limiting yourself or if you're actually working at your edge, challenged, lit up, dialed in to what's possible, what's here for you, breathing deeply and fully, breath in, breath out, come down, knees from side to side. There's only 2 left. You got this. Yes, you do. Go back up, will you? Number 5, wheel pose. This is the peak of the practice, right? Designed to shake you up. Designed to shake you out of your comfort zone and get you working. Get you to see possibility. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more inhale. Slowly come down. Excuse me. Knees from side to side. One more. If you've been saving it, that's cool. Just go up, will you? Last one. Wheel. Number 6. Whatever you've got left, and just consider that you probably have more left than you think you do. Consider that it's probably more possibility than your brain will let you see in your practice, in your life, in your relationships. You look through lenses of the past, yogi, see possibility right here, right now. Take a full breath in. Stay for your breath out. Fullest expression. And slowly, Supta Baddha Konasana. Spread your right hand on your belly, left hand on your heart. Feet together, knees wide. And breathe. Feel your heart beating. Feel the heat, the sweat on your skin. Maybe feel like the cool breeze once you stop working for a moment. Cool down. Slow down. And huge acknowledgement to anyone out there. If you're live with me and you're still here for the full 90, amazing. Thank you. I acknowledge you. It's work. Especially if you've made an extra half an hour in your day that you weren't expecting to make. Thank you for flowing with me. I feel your energy out there. I might sound like a crazy person, but I feel it. I appreciate it. Just take a moment here to appreciate your body. Yeah, will you do that, please? Like actually in a moment of gratitude, appreciation for how strong you actually are to make it this far, whatever it is that you've done. It's not about comparing it to my practice or comparing it to your practice from last week or a yoga teacher that you practiced with maybe before. It's not that. Yoga journal can be great and inspiring, and the cover of that magazine might make you feel like you might as well never try doing yoga. What's the point, right? No, it's your body. That's the work of just giving up those stories, giving up those limitations that you might see. Starting to shift your vision onto something else. How strong you actually are. How you step up to the challenge when it presents itself to you. Happy baby. Grab the outsides of your feet. Flex your feet so the soles of your feet face the ceiling, and then pull your knees down. And this is dead bug. You can stay right here. If stillness feels nice, you can take a gentle sway from side to side for happy baby. It's kind of pushing your low back into the floor. So you don't want to be up here with your tailbone way in the air. Okay, bring the spine, feel it rolling down one vertebrae at a time, your tailbone into the floor, and then a gentle sway from side to side. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Slow down. And then we have core. We can't forget igniting here. Lift your feet up to the ceiling. Flex your feet, toes down. You can have your hands under your low back here. This is going to support it. Or you can, if you want more fire, hands beside your body. Okay, take a breath in. Palms hovering if you want this. Lower down a third. Wake up Uddiyana Bandha. Keep it engaged. Flex the feet. Down another third. Breathe in. Look at your toes. 1 inch off the mat. Point your toes forward, flutter kick like you're swimming for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex the feet, slowly lift them up. Lower down a third on the breath out. Inhale. You can drop your head and shoulders, lower down a third. Breathe in. Oh, I've got quivering, so good. Lower 1 inch off the mat. Scissor kick back and forth. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Core strong, ribs to hips, squeezing. 3, 2, 1. Big toes touch, slowly lift up. Lower down a third. Breathe in. Down a third. One more. Just off the mat. Look at your toes, make little circles. Oh, I can't do that with my hands hovering. For 3, 2, and 1. Go the other direction for 3. Little circles. 2 and 1. Knees in. Oh, so good. Just make a couple circles with your knees in each direction. Press your low back into the floor. Feet up. Hands behind your head with your elbows nice and wide. And then again, bring that activation, ribs to hips. So you're just kind of like rolling up a little bit to wake up your core. Breathe in. Right heel just off the mat. Scissor legs, alternating the legs for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep your feet flexed, your legs active. 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bicycle twist, bend the knees for 1, 2, 3, keep your knees stacked over your hips, not too close to your chest. Alternating this twist, really lifting the shoulder. 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees in. Oh, so good. Navasana. Roll front to back a couple times. And come up to boat pose. Any variation. If you're exhausted, heels can be down. Hands can be back supporting you. You can grab the knees. You can straighten the legs. You can straighten the arms. Whatever you've got, Yogi, you might roll out when you try to get there. That's okay. Come back and begin again. Set it back up. Lift your chest. Integrate your shoulders. Keep breathing. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Fullest expression right here. And then rock and roll. Down dog. Half pigeon on the right side. Settle into it. If you need a block or anything supporting your right hip, set that underneath there. It's really what you need, okay? Like letting yourself now start to slow down, okay? The work, the stresses, maybe not, but like that, really the hard work physically, it's in the past. And depending on how tight your hips are, this might still be part of the challenge for you, these last few poses, but just allow yourself to settle in. So focus on the breathing. Focus on like slowing down the heartbeat, the breath. Inhale and exhale. Sink deeper. Where you first land, right, you'll get to that point where the tension will be. Maybe you've got really open hips and there's no tension, but if you find that point where you stop yourself, like after a few breaths, check back in. You might be able to go deeper. Really working at the edge of the pose where you're challenged to stay. That's the work. When you want to come out of the pose, that's when the work actually begins. For the breaths leading up to that point where you're comfortable, where there's no challenge, like that's amazing. And when you want to flee, when you start to panic, that's where yoga comes in. That's the work. Presence, breath, possibility. What's on the other side of the discomfort if you stay? Breathe in. Breathe out. One more here. If you're happy right where you are, stay, okay? I'm gonna sweep my back leg around. We're gonna take seated single leg extension. You can just hold a half pigeon for this whole time if that feels better to you, right? Or keep doing the sequence, right? Fold over the left leg, your right foot to your inner left thigh, seated single leg extension. Draw the crown of your head towards your toes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come up, double pigeon or full pigeon. Yeah, same thing. Stacking ankles and knees. You're not just sitting cross-legged here, okay? If you can't quite get the knees and ankles stacked, extend out your right leg with the left ankle on top of the right knee. That'll give you a similar stretch. A few breaths here, just kind of settling into it. With each exhale, check. Each exhale, opening up some space in the body, allowing you to get a bit deeper, maybe, possibly, hopefully. Breathing into the tension. Breathing through the resistance.
Inhale. Exhale. Again. Two more. Full breath in. Full breath out. Slowly come up.
Half pigeon on your left side. So just set yourself up for it. I'm just going to sweep my legs around. If you want the whole vinyasa in between, that's yogi's choice. Go for it, yogi. It's your practice. It's your body. Find it. Settle into it. Keeping that left foot flexed. Really, back toes curled under. You can point them if you want to, but I think that the preferred form for Baptiste yoga is to curl them under, just to give a bit more support to the knee. Settle in. Generous breaths. Each exhale just melting you deeper into the physical pose, into your experience mentally as well. There's power in facing discomfort, staying strong through it, resilient. When you run away from discomfort, it holds this power over you. I know for me, start to dread, like, oh, that's going to be uncomfortable, that situation, that yoga pose, talking to that person, seeing them, like all of those different things that can show up as discomfort in your life. When you listen to that story and you avoid the discomfort, every time that story pops up, the discomfort's there, right back in your face, probably even stronger than the last time you avoided it, because you create more and more of a story around it. I know in my life, the times I've had the most growth, seen the most possibility, like had shifts in what I think is possible, it's because I've faced discomfort. And it's not enjoyable necessarily. The aftermath can be enjoyable once you get through it. But running away from it, it just keeps it there every time. You face it, you create evidence that you survived it. It wasn't as bad as you might have thought it was going to be. Maybe it was worse than you thought it was going to be, but you still survive it. You make it through. You see that it's not really going to benefit you to always run and avoid. Some things you avoid. Some things are not necessary to like actually put yourself through. But like a lot of the time, it's more dramatic in our minds than it is in real life. A couple more breaths here. See if you can go deeper. Sweep the back leg around in front of you. Seated single leg extension. Fold over your right leg. Energetically pushing that left knee down towards the floor, like opening through the hip here. Long neck and spine. Feel that. Tuck the chin. Draw the crown of the head forward. Breathe in. A little bit deeper. Full pigeon. Stack ankles and knees. Feet stay flexed. Keep the feet active here. Get your sit bones out of the way, your bum cheeks pull back a bit, and then fold over the legs. One side might definitely be tighter than the other here. It's very common for people's hips to be uneven. Maybe that's not you, but if you feel that, don't put judgment. If one side you're way up higher than the other, that's okay. But just like be in the exploration of it.
Keep breathing through it. Breath as your access point to this moment. You're not breathing in your past. You're not breathing into the future. Each breath happens here and now. Exploring what's actually present for you in this moment instead of what's happened before or what you want or might not want to happen in the future. A little bit deeper. One more breath in. Breath out. Slowly bring yourself back up. Extend both legs out in front of you. Take a seated forward fold. Get your sits bones back. Fold over your legs. Lengthen here. Really feel that. Tucking the chin. Long neck. Long spine. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again. One more. Really get as deep as you can. Back up to sit. Frog. Move into it. I'm just going to grab Journey to the Heart so I can read it after, and I will join you. And we will move into frog pose. So if you need to fold up your mat, some people like to fold it up lengthways or fold the edges in. I don't need it because I'm on a carpet here. So taking your knees wide. Settle in here. So you want looking for 90-degree bend. So your hips in line with your knees. Okay, so a 90-degree bend at the hip, 90-degree bend at the knee. And then my feet are not pointing backwards. Okay, I want my feet flexed out to the sides. Excuse me. Come down onto your knees. Or come down onto your forearms, I should say. Maybe you're all the way down to your chest. You can have a block underneath your pelvis, a block underneath your chest. If you really are tight, you can do this on your back with your feet against a wall or just your feet, your legs up in the air in the exact same form of the pose if you flip yourself over. Yeah, and if you avoid frog pose, just be curious about that. Like, see where you can actually go and just breathe into it, okay? This is like the epitome of the running from the discomfort. I know for me, for a long time, it was that. I now, as you can see, I'm very flexible in this pose. I have like an abnormal flexibility is kind of my story at this point. But wherever you are, it's again, not trying to make your body fit into the form of my pose. It's your pose. It's your expression. And it's just the work of you sitting through your own discomfort if it's there. The moment you want to run from the pose, the moment you want to come out of the pose is when your work as a yogi begins. Present. Possible. Capable. You can survive facing the discomfort. You can do the pose that you don't like to do. That's just a story. I don't like that pose. I'm not good at that pose. That pose is uncomfortable. Those are all just limiting beliefs. They might be rooted in truth from the past. You can shift the story. Give up what you must, yogi. Be a yes for what's here, and then you'll be ready to have a new experience of it. Five more breaths. See if you can go any deeper. Let your knees slide a little bit further apart. Your chest mount a little bit closer to the floor. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Really compassionately come out of the pose, okay? Don't rush out of frog pose. Take your time, yogi. Come up to sit with your legs out in front of you. Take a quick reverse table or reverse plank. Reverse plank, the legs are straight, lifting up. Keep a softness in the elbows here. Lifting up through the hips. If you want to bend your knees, reverse table, right? Pressing up. Lifting up through your hips, your glutes. 3, 2, 1 more big lifts and slowly come down. Fish pose. Tuck your fingertips underneath the tops of your bum cheeks. Come down onto your forearms. Point your toes. Just let your head fall back. Let your chest lift up. Keep breathing. Full inhale. Full exhale. And slowly come onto your back here. Set up for your pose. Waterfall with your hips resting on a block, or you can take shoulder stand. So waterfall here. You can have a block under your hips or even just hands here if you need. Shoulder stand, lifting the hips up over the shoulders. Ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, all stacked. Breathing. Press your skull into the mat. Really feel that. Wake up your neck muscles, stabilize them. Keep your breath. Start to cool down a little bit if your breath doesn't need to be so fiery necessarily, but still intentional breathing. Really full breaths. Couple more here. If you're in waterfall, stay where you are. Shoulders stand, move to plow. Your feet might not reach the ground, rake it as far as you can. If they touch the ground, your toes, press your heels straight back. If it feels good, you can interlace your hands and push your knuckles towards the front of the mat. Breathe in. Breathe out. Knees to your ears. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. One more. Slowly roll out. Supine twist. Left leg extends long. Draw your right knee into your chest. Cross it over your body. Take a breath in. Keep the shoulders grounded, really like guiding that that right knee across, over, get that stretch in the low back, side body. Come back through center. Extend your right leg. Bring your hips to the middle of the mat again, and then draw the left knee in, cross it over your body, supine twist. Shoulders grounded, core still engaged. For these last few moments, breathe in, breathe out. again. Come back to center, Supta Baddha Konasana, feet together, knees wide, right hand on your belly, left hand on your heart. Keep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Take a full breath right here. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Hug your knees into your chest, yogi. Give yourself a final squeeze and then move into Shavasana. A moment of rest. I'm going to read from Journey to the Heart. Started reading from this during the 21-day challenge last month, and we're just going to stick with it every Sunday. Look at that. So the reading for today, stay in the present moment. Stay in the present moment. That's where you find life's magic. How overwhelmed we feel when we anticipate the future. All that needs doing, all the tasks, the work, the potential problems, the responsibilities. How tired we become when we dwell on what we've done already, the energy we've expended, and the imperfect results. Yes, sometimes to stay in the present, we need to visit the past, to clear out an old feeling, to heal an old limiting belief. But that visit can be brief. And sometimes we need to think about the future, to make commitments, to plan, to envision where we want to go. But to linger there can cause unrest. It can spoil the moment we're in now. Stay in the present moment, and the past and the future will fall naturally and easily into place. Stay in the present moment, and the magic will return. I did not read that before the class, I swear to you. That is just why we call this the magic book in the yoga community. Take a deep breath in, yogi. Empty it out. Reach your arms up over your head. Take a big full body stretch. Lengthen it out. Roll onto one side and nice and slow, bring yourself up to a seated position with your eyes closed. Sit up tall. Hands at your heart center. And we'll complete the practice like we began it with 3 ohms. Take a deep breath in. Bring your thumbs to your forehead center, center of your intuition. I appreciate you for flowing through that 90-minute practice with me. The light in me acknowledges the light in you. I'm grateful for you being part of this community. Together we bow and we say, Namaste. Thank you, yogis. Hopefully you enjoyed that.
please comment below. If you're a Baptiste yogi and you know the flow, let me know if I missed anything. I always like to see if I get it right, get it in. I think I mixed up a little bit of the sequence, the order of some poses. That's fun. I don't mind, but just let me know. I'm always open to the feedback. And yeah, keep moving your body, keep nourishing your body. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up below the video. I got to start reminding people of this. If you hit the thumbs up, the like, it really does get the video pushed out to more people. The algorithm on YouTube determines that people like the video and that more people might like to see it. So that really helps the channel get seen. If you want to support me, check out Patreon. That will be in the video description as a way to support the channel and the work that I'm doing here. And I'm just going to keep doing it regardless. So yeah, and get a copy of that magic book if it resonates with you. Because that, again, like how crazy is that? I didn't even read that before and it was exactly what I was speaking to. So thank you. I'm going to come check the chat, but I appreciate you guys and lots more to come. I filmed some food videos yesterday, so stay tuned for those too. There's a dragon broccoli with a miso gravy coming, and cauliflower risotto will be appearing in the next couple of weeks. Just got to edit them. Have an awesome day. So good. So good. I know, right? Honestly, Beth, right? Journey to the Heart, that book, man, we call it the magic book for a reason. It's like when you open that, you get something that you need to hear. Pleasure, Ed, Carrie, nice to see you. And yeah, awesome. Really good. Yeah, I had a couple people comment on the 90-minute journey into power that was from like 8 months ago. And I'm like, yeah, I need to do that more often because it just feels so good in the body. So I'm going to end it here so it doesn't look too long for people in the future that are going to check it out. But thank you. And it was so nice to have everyone. Christine, Christina, Beth, everybody. Carrie, always a pleasure. Ed, lovely to have a man out there with us. It's normally just the ladies. So have a good day, everybody. Nice to see you.